Dude, you realize that I could increase this damage even more. 81 million! 81 million!
Now that's a lot of damage!
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel and thank you for clicking on the video. Before I start, I want to shout out Kyaii because this video is only possible because of what he uploaded yesterday. He made a video talking about this unique interaction, or tech as he calls it, and it is extremely powerful. Now, the way he showcased it is sort of like a generic build where you can pretty much use it on any frame. However, I decided to crank it up a notch with Hildryn and the new melee arcane Retaliation. It is completely ridiculous. As you saw in the intro, hitting anywhere between 10, 30, 70, 80 million damage red crits. Unbelievable. So I'm going to briefly talk about the build, but I highly encourage that you watch Kai's video because he worked really hard on it, and like I said, this video would not be possible without him making it first. Before we can talk about the build and how it works, I have to explain how the tech works. This is required for the build to work at all. Number one, you need to have negative combo duration. There are currently 3 ways to do this. A, you can have a Riven like me, or B, you can use Corrupt Charge. The problem though is that the negative combo duration is not enough to actually have the negative combo duration. See, we have minus, we need negative. So the other way to do this is using melee guidance or a slot, where you give your allies combo, you lose combo. The problem though is with Hildryn, in order to get enough for an armor strip, as you can see, transient fortitude is about 55%. So if you take it off, right, we have 78. We take it off, that's about 14%. Even with multi-augmented max, which is 60%, that is still not enough for full armor strip. So you will absolutely need a red Archon shard at varying degrees. However many it needs, you got to put it in there. Or, like I said, if you have a Riven with it, you don't need to do that, and you can run corrosive projection like myself, right? So I have 74, but I have corrosive projection as well as multi-augmented. You must have one of those things in order to make this build work for Hildryn. And while we're on the topic of Hildryn, this is the build I'm running. As I said before, if you don't have a negative combo duration Riven on either the glaive, the Halakar, or some other thrown melee that you want to use, because honestly it doesn't matter. As you can see, the damage is it doesn't matter. Any thrown melee is just completely nuking rooms right now. I'm only using the Holocar because I have that extremely specific ribbon for this extremely specific build. However, if you don't have a ribbon with negative duration, you are going to need melee guidance, some red Archon shards, and Molt Augmented. That is how you can get the full armor strip if you use a build that looks like this, minus corrosive projection. We have 2 shield capacity mods because melee retaliation is also a big part of this build. At only rank 2, we are able to hit the full 420% because of how high Hildryn's shields are. Another thing to talk about this build is in order for the combo multiplier to not dwindle or go below 12, you must have heavy attack efficiency. This mod is really good at that because, as you saw in the gameplay, the radiation procs prevented the enemies from hardly ever touching me. So you have armor strip, AoE nukes, red crits, infinite combo, CC. It's ridiculous. If you've ever used glaive or another thrown melee weapon, this build should not be unfamiliar to you. If you're not, Volatile Quick Return is also a mandatory mod. We have Amalgam Organ Shatter. This is the heavy windup speed, really helpful for those thrown melees. Dispatch Overdrive is a optional mod, but every time you get a heavy attack kill, your movement speed is increased. Killing Blow gives you bonus heavy attack damage and heavy windup speed. Prime Reach, AoE weapons, Volatile Return has no fall off, so you increase the range of that, it's awesome. Power Throw, however, is a mod I did not know about before watching kyaie's video. So, like I said, watch his video. He does a perfect explanation of how this thing works. Back to Hildryn for a second. We are utilizing the Subsume ability from Kalervo, Wrathful Advance. You need to have at least 250% strength in order to reach red crits. The problem with this thing is it's extremely diminished. The duration, the range, and the power is diminished greatly, so you need to bump those up quite a bit for this build. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of using this a lot. If you saw in the gameplay, a couple of those kills, I didn't even have the crit buff, but I was still hitting hundreds of thousands of damage, sometimes millions of damage, even without Wrathful Advance actually even turned on. That's how crazy this build is. Lastly, we have to talk about the Rauta. This is also Kalervo's weapon. However, we're not using it as any form of damage other than tons of multi-shot, tons of reload, and I even got this mod the other day. This is actually kind of cool. This kind of helps you hit those enemies pretty easily. Shivering Contagion. Just shoot them in the face. I have Pure Cold on here, and it just slows them down, and that way I can hit my shots without them shooting me back in the face. But anyway, the unique trait, when you hit every pellet on an enemy, it increases your combo count. So like you saw at the beginning of the intro, where, you know, the music kicks in and I'm just shooting enemies, I'm just building up that combo. Once you do that, you put this weapon away forever. You don't have to pull it out again. That's it. It's melee only time, baby. Nuke after nuke after nuke, millions and millions of damage. It's ridiculous. Now, my companion of choice is, again, the Hound. I pretty much use this thing in all my videos. This is the build. We really only want to cause the enemy to get disarmed, CC'd, shocked, everything. Like I said, those AoE rads from the melee, as well as his weapon, is crazy. They're never attacking me. All I do is kill them and strip their armor and give myself shields and activate melee retaliation, which gives me massive damage. As you saw, I was one-shotting acolytes without even blinking. I even bagged one of them right in the face. The disrespect. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the video. Give it a like. Go check out kyaie's video too. Without him, like I said, I wouldn't have made this video. I had no clue that tech was going on. As far as this getting nerfed or turned off or fixed, I don't know. I don't know how long this has been in the game. He heard about it from a Discord member from his personal Discord, so who knows how long it's been in the game, really. But if they don't fix it, I can see myself running this for a long time. But if you made it this far, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. One more time, check out kyaii. Like I said, not my build, but I did want to test it out with Hildryn and see where I could take it with the new melee arcane. But other than that, thank you for watching the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.